The morning sun peeked over the horizon, casting a golden glow on the Caribbean Sea, as if the heavens themselves were painting a masterpiece. Captain Edward Kenway, the legendary pirate, rubbed his hands together with glee, his eyes sparkling like hidden treasure. Today was a day for adventure, but not on the high seas. No, today Captain Kenway and his crew were setting course for Dino Cove Pirates' Paradise, a legendary water park brimming with thrills and spills. "Avast there, me hearties," he boomed, his voice echoing with excitement. "Today we trade our ship for floaters. We'll be conquering the slides and braving the waves of Dino Cove." His eyes twinkled with mischief, like a pirate who'd just found a map to buried treasure. This wasn't the high seas, but it promised a different kind of adventure, one filled with laughter and splashes. The air crackled with anticipation, like the calm before a storm. The crew, a motley but lovable bunch, roared their approval. They were ready to trade their sea legs for some water park fun. Even the youngest pirates squealed with delight, their eyes wide with the promise of a day filled with water slides and pirate-themed fun. The floaters came in all shapes and sizes, from giant sea creatures to pirate ships, each one promising a unique ride. The lazy river meandered through the park, offering a relaxing journey for those who preferred to drift along. For the thrill seekers, towering water slides promised heart-pounding drops and twists. Pirate characters roamed the park, engaging with guests and adding to the immersive experience. The wave pool mimicked the ocean's waves, providing endless fun for families and friends. With every splash and laugh, the day promised to be an unforgettable adventure for Captain Kenway and his crew. The crew gathered, a mix of familiar faces, each with their own families in tow. There was the boisterous Blackbeard, with his brood of giggling children, all eager to test the waters. Anne Bonny, fierce and fearless, stood with her family, ready to conquer any challenge the park threw their way. And of course, no pirate adventure was complete without the cunning Jack Sparrow, who arrived with a mischievous glint in his eye and a pirate's hat perched jauntily on his head. "Now, me hearties," Captain Kenway announced, gesturing towards a colorful assortment of inflatables. "Every pirate needs a trusty vessel. Choose wisely." There were ships, sharks, and even giant rubber duckies, each one more outlandish than the last. Blackbeard's children squealed with delight, immediately scrambling onto a giant inflatable kraken, its tentacles sprawling out like arms. The kraken's eyes glowed menacingly, adding to the thrill. Anne Bonny and her family opted for a sleek pirate ship, complete with water cannons and a Jolly Roger flag fluttering in the breeze. The ship's deck was adorned with treasure chests and pirate paraphernalia. Jack Sparrow, ever the unpredictable one, chose a bright yellow rubber ducky, a mischievous grin spreading across his face. The ducky had a comically oversized beak and a pirate eye patch, making it a hilarious sight. With their vessels chosen, ranging from giant inflatable krakens to whimsical rubber duckies, and the sun climbing higher in the sky, the crew set sail, or rather, drifted along on the park's lazy river. The current gently propelled them forward past cascading waterfalls that sparkled in the sunlight, through tunnels echoing with pirate lore, adorned with treasure chests and skeletons, and under bridges where mischievous park staff, dressed as pirates, sprayed them with water cannons. "Ah, this be the life!" Blackbeard roared, leaning back on the kraken's head, his children gleefully splashing each other with water, their laughter mingling with the sound of the river. Anne Bonny, ever vigilant, kept a watchful eye on her family, occasionally engaging in a friendly water gun fight with a passing ship, her aim always true. Laughter echoed across the water, a symphony of joy and camaraderie, as friends and families shared stories and jokes. The sun beat down, warming their skin, and the gentle rocking of the water lulled them into a state of blissful relaxation, their worries drifting away with the current. Even Jack Sparrow, perched precariously on his rubber ducky, seemed to be enjoying the tranquility, his usual swagger replaced with a lazy grin as he floated along without a care in the world. The lazy river meandered onwards, carrying the crew on their colorful floaters towards Mermaid's Grotto, a hidden cave shimmering with iridescent lights and the sound of cascading waterfalls. As they entered, gasps of wonder escaped their lips. The cave walls sparkled with mosaic tiles depicting scenes of mermaids and sea creatures. "Shimmering barnacles!" exclaimed one of Blackbeard's children, his eyes wide with wonder. Anne Bonny, ever the adventurer, steered their ship closer to a waterfall, letting the cool water cascade over them. Legend spoke of mermaids appearing in the grotto, their voices as sweet as siren songs. While no mermaids materialized, the magic of the grotto was undeniable, leaving them breathless with its beauty. The crew floated on their vibrant floaters, each one uniquely decorated with pirate insignias and sea motifs. Captain Kenway, with his signature pirate flag fluttering, led the way, his eyes scanning the grotto for hidden treasures. The camaraderie among the crew was palpable, their laughter echoing through the cave as they shared tales of their adventures. Yet emerging from the tranquility of Mermaid's Grotto, the crew found themselves facing their next challenge, Buccaneer's Plunge, a towering water slide that seemed to touch the sky, with twists and turns that promised an adrenaline rush. The air crackled with anticipation, a mix of excitement and trepidation. The slide was known for its steep drops and sudden curves. "Who dares brave the plunge with me?" Captain Kenway boomed, his voice echoing with a challenge. Blackbeard, never one to back down from a challenge, readily agreed, his children whooping with delight. Anne Bonny, after a moment's hesitation, nodded her assent, her eyes gleaming with determination. Even Jack Sparrow, his usual swagger somewhat subdued, found his rubber ducky being herded towards the daunting staircase. The floaters were colorful and varied, from simple tubes to elaborate inflatable animals. With hearts pounding, they took the plunge, their screams echoing through the park. The ride was a whirlwind of water and speed, leaving them breathless and exhilarated. The adventure was far from over, but Buccaneer's Plunge had set the bar high for thrills and excitement. Section 6, a treasure feast fit for a pirate crew. After conquering the thrilling Buccaneer's Plunge and drying off, the crew gathered for a well-deserved feast. Long tables groaned under the weight of a pirate's banquet, juicy roasted meats, mountains of fresh fruit and platters piled high with sweet treats. "Eat up, me hearties!" Captain Kenway bellowed, raising a tankard of fruit punch. "For tomorrow we sail the high seas of Dino Cove once more, where the legendary Dino floater awaits." Laughter and conversation filled the air as the crew shared stories of their adventures. Blackbeard's children, their faces smeared with barbecue sauce, recounted their daring ride down the Buccaneer's Plunge with exaggerated detail. Anne Bonny, her family gathered around her, shared tales of the Mermaid's Grotto, her voice filled with awe. Even Jack Sparrow, his pockets mysteriously overflowing with stolen cookies, seemed content, a rare sight indeed. The crew couldn't wait to tackle the Dino floater and explore the hidden treasures of Dino Cove. Section 7, the Crow's Nest Challenge. With their bellies full from a hearty meal and their spirits high, the crew decided to test their skills at the Crow's Nest Challenge. A towering structure of ropes, cargo nets, and wobbly bridges stood before them, a true test of balance and agility. "Who among ye has the sea legs to conquer the Crow's Nest?" Captain Kenway challenged, a twinkle in his eye. Blackbeard, his bulk proving to be a slight disadvantage, charged ahead with gusto, only to find himself tangled in a cargo net, much to the amusement of his children. Anne Bonny, agile and sure-footed, navigated the obstacles with grace, reaching the top with a triumphant shout. Jack Sparrow, surprisingly, proved to be quite adept, his wiry frame allowing him to scamper through the course with ease. After the challenge, the crew enjoyed a relaxing ride on floaters drifting along the calm waters. Captain Kenway, ever the leader, guided his crew with a smile, ensuring everyone had a grand time. The camaraderie and laughter echoed across the water, marking the end of a perfect day. Section 8, riding the waves of adventure. As the day wore on, the crew decided to brave the wave pool, a vast expanse of water that erupted into rolling waves at regular intervals. The pool was surrounded by towering palm trees and vibrant cabanas, creating a tropical paradise. The air buzzed with excitement as they gathered their floaters, ranging from giant flamingos to pirate ships, and waited for the siren to announce the next set of waves. "Hold fast, me hearties!" Captain Kenway yelled over the roar of the approaching waves. His floater, a majestic sea serpent, was the envy of all. The first wave crashed over them, sending them bobbing and spinning like corks in a storm. The thrill of the ride was palpable. Blackbeard, clinging to the Kraken's head, let out a roar of laughter.